Welcome to Farming Aid.
What if the future of profitable beef production is not in the feedlot, but on grass? In this video, we uncover the French secret behind the rising global demand for Aubrac cattle and why they are quickly becoming a top choice for forage-based finishing systems. While many producers struggle with high grain costs and shrinking margins, Aubrac are proving that efficient growth, strong maternal genetics, and balanced carcass quality can thrive on pasture alone. Stay with me as we break down how Aubrac cattle are transforming forage-based finishing and why more producers are calling them the smartest grass-fed investment in modern beef production. To understand why Aubrac are excelling in forage-based finishing, you have to go back to where they were shaped. The breed originates from the volcanic plateau of Aubrac in southern France, a region known for harsh winters, rocky soils, and variable grazing conditions. Generations of natural and practical selection created cattle that could thrive on sparse mountain pastures without pampering. These were never cattle designed for luxury. They were built for survival, maternal reliability, and efficiency on grass. That history matters because forage-based finishing is not about pushing animals to maximum gain with high-energy grain. It is about turning grass into high-quality beef with consistency and margin. Aubrac cattle are medium-framed, wheat-colored animals with dark skin pigmentation, black mucous membranes, and distinctive lyre-shaped horns, though many are now polled in modern breeding programs. Their phenotype is not just cosmetic. The pigmentation protects against sun stress, which becomes increasingly important in warmer climates. Their moderate frame is critical for forage-based systems because excessively large-framed cattle struggle to finish on grass alone. Aubrac, by contrast, deposit fat at practical weights without requiring extreme energy density in the ration. One of the core reasons Aubrac dominate forage-based finishing is their feed efficiency under low-input conditions. In grain systems, feed efficiency is measured in pounds of gain per pound of concentrate. In forage systems, it is measured differently. It is about how effectively an animal converts pasture, hay, and silage into muscle and marbling without stalling. Aubrac cattle maintain steady daily gains on high-quality pasture while avoiding the metabolic stress seen in more extreme continental breeds. They do not need a heavy grain push to reach acceptable finish. That translates directly into lower input costs and higher margins per acre. Their rumen efficiency is a quiet superpower. Aubrac evolved to utilize rough forage efficiently, meaning they extract maximum nutrition from fibrous feeds. In a forage-based finishing system where high-quality perennial grasses, legumes, and conserved forages form the bulk of the diet, this trait becomes decisive. Instead of struggling to maintain condition, Aubrac continue to lay down muscle and adequate fat cover. Producers who shift from high-grain systems to forage finishing often report that other large continental breeds stall or require supplementation to achieve acceptable carcass finish. Aubrac are different. They keep moving forward. Another overlooked advantage is their maternal strength. Forage-based finishing systems often integrate cow-calf production tightly with finishing, creating closed-loop operations. Aubrac cows are known for fertility, longevity, and low maintenance requirements. They calve easily, produce moderate milk that supports strong early growth without driving excessive mature size, and maintain body condition even in tougher seasons. This maternal efficiency means calves start strong and remain adapted to grass-based management from birth. As calves transition to finishing on forage, there is no metabolic shock. They have been grass cattle from day one. Carcass quality is where skeptics often raise eyebrows. The assumption has long been that high marbling and premium quality grades require heavy grain feeding. Aubrac challenged that narrative. While they are not extreme marbling cattle in the way some British breeds can be under intensive feeding, they consistently produce well-balanced carcasses with excellent yield, moderate marbling, and strong meat color. Their muscle distribution favors high-value cuts without excessive waste fat. In forage-based finishing, that balance is essential. You want enough intramuscular fat for flavor and tenderness, but not so much external fat that trimming reduces yield. Aubrac strike that balance remarkably well. European producers have quietly leveraged these traits for decades. In France, Aubrac genetics have also been used in crossbreeding programs to improve hardiness and maternal function in commercial herds. The breed's influence extends beyond purebred operations. But what is happening now is a global shift. As feed costs fluctuate and environmental pressures mount, more producers in North America, Australia, and parts of Africa are exploring forage-dominant finishing systems. In these environments, Aubrac genetics are proving their worth once again. Climate resilience is becoming a defining factor in breed selection. Aubrac cattle, shaped by high-altitude summers and cold winters, display adaptability that extends beyond temperate France. Their dark pigmentation reduces issues with eye cancer and sunburn. Their hardy hooves handle rough terrain. Their moderate maintenance requirements mean they do not melt under heat stress as quickly as some heavier, more metabolically intense breeds. In forage-based finishing systems where cattle are expected to graze extensively rather than stand in feedlots, these physical attributes directly impact performance. Behavior also plays a role. Aubrac cattle are known for their calm temperament. In pasture-based finishing, cattle must move frequently between paddocks in rotational grazing systems. Animals that stress easily can lose performance through reduced intake and energy diversion. Aubrac handle movement and human interaction with relative ease. That reduces labor strain and improves weight gain consistency. Forage-based finishing also demands strategic growth curves. The goal is not rapid early weight gain followed by extreme finishing pushes. Instead, it is steady, consistent growth that aligns with pasture availability. Aubrac fit this model. Their growth pattern is efficient rather than explosive. They do not require aggressive supplementation to maintain forward momentum. That steadiness allows producers to match slaughter timing with peak forage quality rather than forcing cattle to market due to feedlot schedules. One of the financial advantages of Aubrac in forage systems is reduced dependency on purchased inputs. Grain, protein supplements, and high-cost feed additives can erode margins quickly. Aubrac's ability to perform on pasture reduces that exposure. Producers can rely more heavily on managed grazing, stockpiled forage, and homegrown hay. This lowers risk in volatile markets and strengthens long-term sustainability. In crossbreeding programs, Aubrac bulls are increasingly used to add maternal strength and forage efficiency to commercial cows. When crossed with British breeds, the resulting calves often show hybrid vigor that enhances growth and survivability. In forage-based finishing, that hybrid vigor translates into strong early gains and solid carcass performance. The key is that Aubrac do not overwhelm the cross with excessive frame size or late maturity. They complement rather than dominate. Meat quality from forage-finished Aubrac cattle carries a distinctive profile. Grass-based diets influence fatty acid composition, often increasing omega-3 levels and creating a flavor that consumers describe as clean and robust. Aubrac carcasses, with their moderate marbling and fine muscle fiber, respond well to this diet. The result is beef that appeals to health-conscious and premium niche markets. As direct-to-consumer beef sales grow, this quality becomes even more valuable. Longevity within the herd is another hidden advantage. Aubrac cows often remain productive for many years, reducing replacement costs. In forage systems where profit per acre matters more than maximum output per animal, longevity strengthens overall economics. Fewer replacements mean more calves sold over a cow's lifetime. It also means less stress on pasture resources during development phases. The French breeding philosophy behind Aubrac emphasizes functional traits. Rather than chasing extremes, selection focuses on fertility, calving ease, structural soundness, and muscle efficiency. This balanced approach aligns perfectly with forage-based finishing goals. Instead of pushing animals toward high-maintenance extremes, the breed remains centered on real-world productivity. As regenerative grazing gains momentum, Aubrac are finding a natural home within those systems. Regenerative models prioritize soil health, biodiversity, and minimal external inputs. Cattle must harvest their own feed efficiently while distributing manure evenly and minimizing environmental impact. Aubrac's grazing behavior and adaptability support these goals. They move well across varied terrain and maintain condition without excessive supplementation. Even in regions outside France, including parts of the United States and South America, producers experimenting with forage finishing report that Aubrac cross cattle reach acceptable slaughter weights with consistent fat cover. The timeline may be slightly longer than intensive feedlot systems, but the reduction in feed costs and improved market differentiation often compensate for the extra days on pasture. There is also a branding advantage. French origin breeds carry a certain mystique in global food markets. Aubrac beef, especially when tied to pasture-based claims, can attract premium buyers interested in heritage and authenticity. Story matters in modern beef marketing. Aubrac come with a story rooted in mountain plateaus, transhumance traditions, and centuries of practical selection. What makes Aubrac truly dominant in forage-based finishing is not a single trait but the combination of moderate size, efficient growth, maternal excellence, carcass balance, and environmental adaptability. Many breeds excel in one or two areas. Few bring all these elements together in a cohesive package that aligns so cleanly with grass-dominant production. As the global beef industry faces pressure to reduce environmental impact while maintaining profitability, forage-based finishing will continue to expand. The economics of grass, when managed properly, are compelling. But success depends heavily on genetics. Cattle that require high-energy grain to finish simply do not fit. Aubrac fit. The French secret is not flashy technology or revolutionary feed additives. It is disciplined breeding for functionality over centuries. Aubrac cattle are proof that when genetics are aligned with environment, performance follows naturally. For producers willing to step away from grain-heavy systems and embrace well-managed pasture, Aubrac offer a blueprint for efficiency that feels both traditional and forward-thinking at the same time. As we've seen, the real power behind forage-based finishing is not hype or heavy inputs, it is the right genetics working in the right environment. Aubrac cattle prove that you do not need extreme grain feeding or oversized frames to produce profitable, high-quality beef. With their moderate build, strong maternal performance, efficient grass conversion, and balanced carcass traits, they fit naturally into pasture-driven systems that prioritize sustainability and long-term margins. The French secret is simple but powerful. Breed for functionality. Select for fertility, durability, and efficiency. Let the animal work with the land instead of against it. As more producers look for ways to reduce feed costs, improve resilience, and meet growing demand for grass-finished beef, Aubrac genetics are stepping forward as a serious solution rather than just an alternative option. If you found value in this breakdown of how Aubrac cattle are dominating forage-based finishing, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Are you considering Aubrac in your herd, or are you already seeing results on grass? Let's keep the conversation going.